I truly do appreciate cities adopting systems like this, and for most people this will be fine. Not for me. With this kind of bike I cannot do 50 kilometers in the city, including the suburbs and everything. I need a more professional bike than that, but again, really appreciate it. Really appreciate Milan taking the effort. This is so unique. I'm on a rental bike in Milan, and I picked up the rental bike after inline skating in Milan. Check out this movie, it's on the screen right now. So with me right here are my inline skates from back home. So what you see right here is the ultimate merger of Wheels Abroad, the ultimate tribute to Wheels Abroad. Inline skating and bike in one shot. That is so cool. Hi and welcome to a new Wheels Abroad video. We're in Milan, Italy, fashion capital. Yesterday I did some inline skating in the, let's say, the center of the city. So check out that video. You see the thumbnail over here. Today we're going to go to the suburbs, including the bad neighborhoods of Milan. But first, we have a special event to go to. Today is a special day in Italy. At this day, June 2, in 1946, the Italians were asked if they wanted a republic or a monarchy. They chose a republic, and it's still a republic today. There are festivities all over Italy to celebrate this. You'll hear some in the back. The epicenter of the festivities are in Rome, but also in Milan there are some festivities. Yeah, so Milan downtown is full cobblestones and tiles and whatnot, very uneven pavement. If you check out yesterday's skate video, you'll see that it's quite a technical challenge. And even biking here it's okay, it's not a challenge, but it's not the most fun in the world. These old Italian city centers are really nice and cute. I tell you that I lived in Italy for 5 months in Bologna when I was a student. This really brings back a lot of memories. I love these Italian city centers. Full of history. Yeah, so Milan is also quite touristy. It's not a surprise. Again, much more on the city center and a lot of highlights in yesterday's skate video. But for now, let's check out one of the main highlights of Milan. The Duomo. Yes. Right here at the Piazza Duomo, I think if I understood correctly, there is a raising of the flag ceremony. So we'll check it out soon. That will probably start in 10 minutes or so. But after that, it's out of downtown and into the suburbs. But first, viewers of my inline skating video around the Duomo Square will remember that I discovered that there is a sky cam at the square. I was able to find myself back in the videos, and I was going to use that sky cam point of view again today. So here's the first footage of that time lapse. It's around 5 AM, kind of, approximate times. So let's roll the tape here, the sky cam tape, and see what we can identify. And of course I now realized there was a sky cam, so I took a strategic position at the square, and it was quite easy to find myself right there. You can see the bike. And a few minutes later I'm still there. The bike is not moving. I am moving, so I'm moving around a little restlessly. I stood there for almost 10 minutes, making sure I could be identified later on. And soon after, the flag raising ceremony began. So here you can see the poles without a flag, and here the flags have been raised. And that was the end of the ceremony. I left, but let's observe the rest of the day, because the time lapse covers 24 hours. You can see it's quite a touristy square. A lot of people, of course. But now look what happens when the rain is about to fall. You can see the sky darkening and the whole square is empty. It's quite a fun observation, I would say. By now it's evening. Night has set in by now. So we're almost done with this, but it's fun to say that this has really inspired me. And ever since, in every city that I'm at, I'm on the lookout for skycams in here. This is me inline skating in Buenos Aires using a skycam. Coming up in a few months. This is where the ceremony will be. I'm not the only cyclist taking this opportunity to witness this unique event. I don't think it will be easy to see, but of course we have a fix for that. I see the 3 flags already and I think they will be raised at 10 o'clock. So let me I could have sworn I pressed the record button during the flag raising ceremony, but I could not retrieve the video on my GoPro camera. Sorry about that. It wasn't all that spectacular. You've seen quite a bit of the setting right there. And you can see the flags having been raised. And the final applause. How about that? All right?
E soprattutto per quanti, esercitando pubbliche funzioni, trovano nei principi costituzionali di libertà, uguaglianza e solidarietà una bussola di sicuro orientamento di fronte alle complesse sfide del presente. Per la sentita partecipazione.
Closure.
Schieramento asse! Fianco destro!
Yeah. The event has just been finished. It seems we have left the most hectic part of the city center. Let's go and visit the suburbs of Milan, Italy. Yeah. Entering via Brera. So Brera is a neighborhood, a very popular and hip neighborhood. I'm gonna pass right through it. If you want to see more of Brera, check out my skate video. Wow, cycling in those old streets. That was rough. But I found myself a nice stretch of asphalt, and as I'm moving away from the city center, I assume it will only get better, at least not worse. Now, there are no bike lanes. I just have to demand my space. Here we go. I just noticed there's a bike lane right here. It started right here, so it wasn't there yet. Nice. No idea what this is. It looks very nice. Yeah, so I spent my time waiting for the red light. Very wisely, I looked up what this building is. It's a cimitero monumentale, so it's a cemetery. This explains, by the way, why it's not really on any touristy map. Yeah. So now we're just on the normal roads. We have definitely left the city center. Awesome. So this road over here is called Via McMahon. And I think I need to follow this one for a few kilometers to get to my first destination. Let me give you a time lapse. Maybe you'll see the flavors of the neighborhoods change as I make my way to the worst neighborhood of Milan. So I have two comments about the neighborhood that's coming up. First of all, its name is Quarto Oggiaro. I even practiced the pronunciation of that name before I started this trip today. And yet, in most, if not all cases, I hear myself say Quattro Oggiaro. So not Quarto Oggiaro, but Quattro Oggiaro. Apologies for that. Second of all, you will soon hear me say that Quarto Oggiaro is apparently the worst neighborhood in Milan. I did a little bit of research before starting this trip involving several different web pages. You see them on the screen here. And based on the mere fact that Quarto Oggiaro is mentioned the most in these lists, I conclude that it is apparently the worst neighborhood in Milan. I believe those are the Euro Milano towers. There are 6 of them, and I think that's the start of the Quarto Oggiaro neighborhood, which I think is the worst neighborhood in Milan. So I'll go right into it. It extends to the north, but let me give you a 360. I'm on top of a bridge. Yeah, so you can see over there the northern part of Milan. The downtown area is kind of that way, and so Quarto Oggiaro is that way. So we're gonna go there right now. Yeah, church services have just ended, it seems. Cool. I should maybe explain that when I start, I have a few general directions on the map, but often I also just go where the flow takes me. You know, just go at will, random. That together certainly means I'm not always going in the straightest line possible, nor do I have to. This is fun, right? So we have arrived at Milano Quarto Oggiaro station. Apparently this is a pretty bad place. That's what I read online at least. So I'm gonna check it out. Let's check out the station entrance. Right here. Milano Quarto Oggiaro. It does look a little iffy, the entrance. And here's the station itself. The train entering. We're gonna head north that way. That's supposedly the worst part of this neighborhood. Out of the blue, this well-maintained green bike lane. New buildings. This whole infrastructure looks pretty new to me. That is a little bit older. Well, closed. Yeah, I have to somehow, I guess, make my way across that highway there. There we go. Highway crossed. Check. Let's see what's out there. An abandoned factory. A lot of graffiti. Completely empty road. What is that factory about, really? Ah, it's a wall. Yeah, that doesn't look too inviting. I can peek inside through a few holes right there. Oh, I have a feeling this abandoned building has been here for a long time. You can even see vegetation inside, like a tree. That's cool. I think I may be in the Quarto Milanese suburb. I have to say that the distances in Milan are not as big as you would expect from a big city like this. I noticed that from the moment I left the city center. I gotta say that, you know, being now at quite a distance from the city center, you wouldn't think it's a national holiday today, celebrating the Republic of Italy. I don't see any signs of it anywhere. This is as dead end as it gets. Railroad track over here, and on my left hand side is the highway I just crossed. Closed in on two sides. As dead end as it gets, because over there you see it's a highway. Alright, what I think I will do, take the same bridge back and get back into Quarto Oggiaro. Yeah, taking the same bridge, then in the opposite direction. So these apartment buildings don't look too pretty, I have to say. This doesn't look too inviting either. Take a look. Oh, there's another bike lane. This could be a bike lane. Okay. Maybe I have touched on some of the shabbier parts of the neighborhood. After all, I mean, apartment buildings that don't look too pretty, garbage on the street. Also on the other side of the street, kind of grayish. Apartment buildings that usually indicate somewhat shabbier neighborhoods. Fences with locks. Yeah, who knows? This is quite the street too, I gotta say. Bit iffy at night, I would assume, but it's a necessary street to take because it will take me to the other side. Yeah, going under it, and here I am again. Okay, interesting. We certainly find ourselves in kind of an industrial area. A lot of trains, Maybe not a lot of trains, a lot of railroad tracks. It's a yard, maybe. Train yard. I hope I can actually take this tunnel. I guess so. It's odd to see that we're leaving Milano somehow. That's amazing. Well, if I look at this sign over here, I guess I just took a piece of interstate, piece of highway. I had to take this piece of highway because I had to make my way across the railroad track to get to West Milan. But I managed. I just came from there. There was a lot of glass on the sidewalk in that tunnel, so I had to maneuver quite a bit. I hope everything is okay. I really hope so.